Yep. Good evening, everyone. So last session we learned about working with class related some more concepts. We discussed about it. So we learned class members and class uh, inheritance and aggregation. Class related some basic inheritance rule we learned. Inheritance rules we discussed about that. And following those rules is important. We need to understand how to handle the inheritance. Once we are aware of the inheritance rule and the class related members, now we can use these classes in our React project. But one more concept. Already we know that it is not a complete OOP language. JavaScript is not a complete OOP language, so all OOP features are not supported. Some features that are supported, we are using and we are trying to understand them. In that, class is one concept, inheritance is another concept, polymorphism is another concept. We are understanding the concept of polymorphism. So technically, what is polymorphism? How this polymorphism works? Actually, in general, how we can define polymorphism, we'll see one concept. Actually, what suppose we are having devices like we have a pager device, we have a pager. So we have device like we are having a digital organizer. Digital organizer. We are having like camera and we have phone. These are different devices. We have various devices. Actually, pager is a device. Usually we use this device for SMS, sending SMS. Before you got mobiles, we used to have these pagers. Pagers concept is what? Pager concept is sending SMS. That means it is used for sending message. It is for sending message. The pager device look like this. The pagers look like this. So this is a pager. And what you can do with this pager is you can send SMS. You can send a message. By using this pager, you can send a message. You can send SMS. It is only for sending messages, receiving messages. This is pager. We have another device, digital organizer. What you can do with this digital organizer is actually digital organizer is used for storing contacts. It works like a calculator. It works like a calendar. You can store contacts, you can store calculator, calendar, clock, alarms, everything is present in an organizer. Actually, We have digital organizers also. So digital organizer. Digital organizers usually they look like this. These are actually digital organizers. In the early days, we used to use these digital organizers. What you can do, you can store appointments, you can store contacts, you can set alarm, calculator, small notes you can store. That's an organizer. And you know, camera is for, we can use camera for photos and for videos. And phone is used for what? Calls. Now, contacts and all this. Now, you are having one device, and this device is what? You are having one device, and this device is a mobile. This device is a mobile. So we are having a device, and this device is a mobile. So that means instead of carrying different, we can just carry one which can do the service of all. So mobile is actually generally, that is the reason people ask like what is your mobile number? That is not the correct question, right? One second, some issue. Yep. So everyone, is it clear? Online people, is it audible? Is it clear? Screen issue is that. Right. So now is it okay? Is it clear? Is it audible? Yes, yeah. Screen also okay, fine. Okay, let's continue here. Now here the concept is actually we are using different devices for handling different. So generally what you do, you generally say that what is your mobile number, but actually it is what is your mobile phone number. It is not mobile number, because mobile is not a phone every time. If you don't have any SIM card in your mobile, can you still use it? We can use it in a different ways, right? Even you don't have a SIM card, you can do Wi-Fi calling, you can use your WhatsApp, right? That means one device is having different behaviors. It is working like pager, it is working like organizer, it is working like a camera. This concept is called as, we call this concept as poly. polymorphism. This is called polymorphism. That means mobile is a device which is exhibiting polymorphism. Polymorphism. Polymorphism means what? Polymorphism means one object can have different behaviors. Different behaviors. That means one object can have different behaviors. That is the concept of polymorphism. So technically, generally what people, you have an idea about polymorphism means, usually polymorphism means many programming learners will give one word like overloading, method overloading, function overloading. But actually polymorphism is about overloading a memory. It is overloading memory. Let's see the technical definition about this. That means how you define polymorphism and how it works here. We will see one concept. Actually, poly stands for many. So, and morphos for forms. So technically, polymorphism allows, technically polymorphism allows an object to handle different behaviors and handle different behaviors. So polymorphism is about configuring an object with different behaviors. In software technology, how you define? That means in programming language, how you define? In programming language, polymorphism is the process of configuring a single base class object. Process of configuring a single base class object using the memory of multiple derived classes. A single base class memory using multiple derived classes. Polymorphism is the process of configuring a single base class object using the memory of multiple derived classes. That is how technically we define polymorphism, how you configure polymorphism. Let's see one example here. How we can implement this, we will see one example. So let's open this project. It's a React shopping project now. So what is problem with this screen? So few people may be facing problem in the connection. So all others, is it okay? Is it okay? Any audio issues are there? Audio issue is there? Screen problem is there? Is it audible to everyone? Yes. Screen issue. Let me share the screen one more time. So is it okay now? Is screen visible to everyone? Is it there? Right? Yeah. Yep. So here we are creating one object. So let's create one simple example here. So we are designing an example. So in this, we are creating one class. So let's add a class. Suppose some employee is the class. And in this employee class, we are configuring some member like some first name and last name. And we have some designation. So, and print. And what this print is going to do is document.write. It is printing all the details. So what are the details? So first name. So this dot first name and this dot last name, and we have this dot designation. We are printing all the details here. This is one employee class. This is one employee class. Now what we are doing, we are creating a class, some developer. Developer is a class. This developer class is using extend. It is extending employee. It is extending employee. It is extending employee means, so it is extending employee means it is using all the behavior of employee. All the behavior of employee it is using. So we created a class called employee, and the employee class have members like first name, last name, designation, and we have a print function. And we created a developer which extends employee. That means it can use all the employee members. So we are using first name, some name. So we have last name. So this is last name and some name. And we are having designation. Designation is developer. And we are having some role. Because extending, we can add new features into this. Suppose I say developer role. Developer role is build, debug, test, deploy. Like this we are defining. This is role. and we are having a print method. And what this print method is going to do, document dot write, it is going to print this dot role. It is going to, and how it can print other text. So by using by using super print, it will call the super class print method so that it can print the other details. So we are defining developer class, and developer class is an extending employee. That means it can use all the employee features. Along with the employee features, it is having the role, and we are printing the details. This is one class we created by name developer, right? Now similarly, we have another. So some continuous issues are there. We'll check once. Yeah, now check online people. Okay. So here in polymorphism, we are creating one class. This is just already what you use in your JavaScript concept. We created one class, and what is the class name? Class name is what? Employee. And this class name employee is having some members. What are those members? First name, last name, and designation. And we have print. Print is a function which is printing all the details. Now we are creating another employee. And what is that employee? Developer. Developer extends employee. In that, we are defining first name, last name, designation, and one extra detail. What is it? Role. We are printing the role, and to print the other details, we already have a print method of superclass. We are calling that by super. Like this, I will create another employee. That means I will create another employee. I will use another employee. Suppose here we are giving as admin. Admin is also extending employee. So remember, admin is not extending developer. That means it is not a multi-level inheritance. Admin is also extending employee. So that means what is the concept of this is admin is using employee as a blueprint. Here we will have a different name. Okay. And here we will give the role. Role is what? Admin. And here role we given as admin role. And admin role we are giving an option like what? Authorization and authentication. Like this we are defining. So this is another class. So we are having two classes. One is developer, another one is admin. These two classes are derived from where? They are derived from employee. Okay, next we are creating another class, that is manager. This also extends employee. And manager also is having same first name, some Tom, something like this, and last name, some Hanks, like this. Designation is some manager, and role is like so manager role, and we given the manager role as what? Approvals, something like this. And we are using a print method. And what is that print method? Super dot print, and it should print the details. What is that detail? So document dot write, it should print this dot role. That means it is accessing that role and printing this dot role. We are using this dot role. It is printing the data. So now we are having three employees. One is developer, and we have an admin. Another one is what? Manager. Now what I want is, I want to create one object, and I want to access all three classes. How? That means actually to access three employees. We have developer, we have admin, we have manager. We have three different classes. To access these three classes, we need three objects. So now tell me, for which class I have to create an object. So in order to access all the three members. Question understood? I need only one object, but I must able to access all the three. If you create for employee, only employee will come. Why developer will come? You create an object for this class, only this particular class related member will come. So you create, if you create an object for manager, only manager will come. That means you create an object for employee, only employee will come. Only employee will come. So that means here you are creating an object for what? You are creating an object for employee. Then through this object, so designation, first name, last name, where is role? That means you will get only that employee related details. Only employee related details. Now the question is, I want only one object which can access all three classes. Then for which one I have to create? If I create an object for manager, then what it is going to do? If I create an object for manager, it can get only the manager related details. That means it can access only the manager related details. It cannot access all the details. Only manager related details it can access. Now, polymorphism is nothing but you should be able to create one object which can work for all of them. That means, what is the concept of polymorphism? It allows you to define one class object which should be able to access all of them. We can access all of them, right? Let's see here. How do you define that? That means for which class we need to create an object. So here already I showed you the superclass is what? Employee. If I create an object for employee, then only employee will come. Others are not going to display. It is not going to display. So how you can manage? That means how we can access all that. That's what actually polymorphism teaches. That means what is the concept of polymorphism is? Polymorphism allows you to create one object which can access all the members. So how it is possible, how we can create? So how we can define that? Let's see. That means how it is possible to configure and create. Right. Some problem. Right. Okay. So here we will create one option like this. What is our requirement is? Our requirement is how this object can work for all of them. That means how it is going to handle all of them. So how it is going to use all these things. So still some problem is there. We will restart once and we will check once. Final we'll see today.